Saludos, gente. Nos encontramos aquí en el Prywey y estamos con el capitán Lancero Gales.
Excuse me, Captain Kells.
You're back. Tell me, did the Squire do well?
Roger that.
Good. I expected as much. We can always use your skills when it comes to training our Squires. Exemplary work at Fort Strong, soldier. Those are exactly the sorts of skills we want to develop in our young Squires. What would you say to taking another under your wing?
I don't have time for that.
I'm sorry to hear that. The offer still stands if you change your
La verdad
mind.
es que ya con un escudero tuvimos bastante. Y también pues como tal es el final del acompañamiento de esa vocecita. Vamos a aprovechar también para... No sé qué misión hay acá arriba, pero... Vamos a ello. Les decía que por fin esa vocecita del escudero, por fin nos la vamos a quitar de encima. Sí, fue una aventura, pero prefiero ir solo con el paladín.
Attention. Tomorrow's tactical briefing has been postponed. A new time and date will be forthcoming.
Nos dieron una misión aleatoria en cuanto a la localización y exploración con el escudero, ya que en los videos yo lo había percibido de que era un lugar casi muy específico, pero al parecer al momento de anexar las expansiones, los complementos, esto dio la probabilidad de que pudiéramos ir a esa locación. La verdad es que sí está muy loco, porque por mucho tiempo pensé que no estaba bugueado o algo parecido, ya que en los videos pasados, si se dan cuenta, veíamos en el mapa y no encontrábamos dicha localización.
How did the scribe fare?
No sobrevivió.
The scribe didn't make it. Give me another chance.
No sé qué se
Essentially,
murió.
the mission failed. I will notify the proper parties. In the meantime, these patrols must continue. They are essential to our cause. Rest if you need it, and if you're willing to take on another research patrol, a scribe will be made ready to go. Just exercise a tad more caution next time.
Neither. Not right now.
That's unfortunate.
La verdad es que solamente prefiero ahorita viajar con el paladín y no tener una voz sexy. Bueno, pues de regreso a Pearl Harbor. Tengo una impresión de que puede ser malo o algo oculta. A la Prywey. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo les parece esta supernave, la Prywey, de la Hermandad de Acero? Creo que aquí ya podemos viajar. Vamos a checar. Pearl Harbor. La verdad es que yo nunca he visto ese... No sé, creo que es robot. Ah, ok, una máscara de cráneo. Todo un Terminator. Bueno, la verdad es que sí, tarda un poquito en cargar. Es que es un mapa muy grande. Sí, es de los más grandes que he visto dentro de los RPG. De hecho, creo que se le consideraba Pearl Harbor por ser el complemento más extenso dentro del mundo de Fallout. estamos de regreso. Vamos a ver qué hay por acá.
I'll repeat. There are no police in Far Harbor.
Avery.
I'll be straight with you. It's never easy to ask anyone on this island for help, much less a stranger. But I've got a responsibility to these people, and I have a job for you, if you're up for it. Besides, I know you're tougher than you look.
I'm happy to help with anything I can.
If you say so. We get our drinking water from a purifier not far outside of town. We had a bad storm not long before you got here, and it must have damaged the fog condensers that protect the road to the purifier. I sent Howard Dunbar out to fix them. He was out there when the Mirelurks hit us. I'm afraid they might have got him, too. I was hoping you might go have a look. If the worst happened, maybe you could get those fog condensers back online. If you're up to it, just head south out of town. It's paying work, of course. I wouldn't ask a stranger to stick their neck out on our behalf, unless I was willing to pay a fair share for it.
All right, I'll head out there now.
Good. Our water supply won't last much longer.
Vale, vale, pues hay que
Are you
conseguir
that
agua.
detective I've heard about?
I might be. Depends on what this is about.
I haven't been able to find any of the local police force. The louts? I don't want to start a panic, but, well, we may have a murder on our hands, and we need an outside set of eyes.
Is this conversation on the clock?
Oh, yes. Well, I suppose I do have a bit of petty cash on me that I could provide for your time. Please, you must help us. Every moment we wait, our residents are at risk.
This type of investigation usually requires a retainer.
Oh, you're a private investigator,
Que la verdad es
not
que sí
an
somos un
employee
detective
of the
privado.
state. Well, yes. Then I suppose a retainer can be arranged. Will you help us solve this heinous crime?
Un crimen.
Where did the crime take place?
At the Cliff's Edge Hotel, just north of the town. Will you help us? There may still be a murderer at large.
Who's the victim?
I really shouldn't say. Not here where there might be paparazzi lurking about. Will you help us solve this heinous crime?
Okay, I'll help.
Oh, thank goodness. Shall I guide you to the Cliff's Edge Hotel now?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's be off then.
Vale, pues en marcha hay un crimen que resolver. Vale, sigo. Bueno, por lo que tengo entendido, la niebla, pues creo que la provocaron o algo tiene que ver los hijos del átomo, en el cual pues desencara monstruos. De hecho, literalmente no sé si han valorado la película de La Niebla, entonces se me hace algo similar. Y pues hay ciertos condensadores que ponen a raya, barrera a la niebla, lo cual pues hace que sea un poco confortable para los sobrevivientes humanos que siguen por esos rumbos que viene siendo la isla de Far Harbor. Entonces es todo un misterio porque aquí hay sintes, hay hijos del átomo, hay criaturas mutantes y al final de cuentas quién es el malo, ¿no? Porque hay que recordar que también somos de la hermandad del acero que va en contra de los sintes y aquí pues es un sinte, no sé, de primera generación. Entonces no sé, vamos a ver cómo se desenrolla esta historia. Pues creo que sí está algo lejos ese hotel. Aquí ya nada más faltarían los zombies. La verdad es que sí tiene muy buena ambientación. Vamos a prender nuestra lucecita. Miren, ahí hay otra luz. Qué raro. Casi todo está cerrado y aquí está prendido. ¡Ahora! ¿Quién diría que esta arma es muy buena? Ahí está todo. Pues hemos llegado al hotel. Vamos a ver dónde estamos. Ah, ya veo. Y tenemos que llegar acá. Vale, pues vamos a resolver este misterio del crimen. Que realmente pues no hay mucha descripción sobre esta misión.
Brotherhood, then there's everything else. Nothing in between.
Drat, the elevators seem to be out of order on this level. We'll have to take the long way around.
Vale, qué raro, ¿no? Que un elevador no sirva. ¿A dónde vamos? pero ya se murió. Por la escopeta.
Remain vigilant. I know this.
This elevator leads to the exclusive area of the hotel. You should feel quite privileged that they will be allowing you in.
Ya nos vamos. Y para el dance. Dance. Vault. Oh, mira qué raro. Eso está bien interesante. Vamos a abrirlo.
Greetings! Welcome to Vault 118, your home away from home, underground. Are you the detective we sent for?
Yes, I'm the detective.
Oh, thank goodness. Let me just open the door for you.
Pues no era justamente lo que yo esperaba, ¿no? Pero vamos a ver de qué trata.
We have many important residents and they're very worried.
Let's talk about my compensation first.
Very well. Consider this a retainer. Have a look at the crime scene for clues. And when you're ready, we can discuss your findings. There's the crime scene again. Don't they realize that they're going to disturb the evidence? You'd better come with me, detective.
Pues se ve padre este lugar, Miren nada más que arquitectura. Se le da cierto aporte. La escena del crimen, un cerebro.
That's what this is to you. Have your attention. You're sick. I'm sorry for shouting, but the detective has arrived. I shall begin the investigation henceforth. Please return to your rooms until the detective has examined the crime scene and had a chance to come speak with you.
Protect and serve.
Have a look at the crime scene for clues. And when you're ready, we can discuss your findings. You are free to question the residents, but their safety is our priority. So unless you have solid evidence...
Protect and serve. Protect and serve.
Is this blood?
Sangre. En un robot. O algo más. Vamos a checar a dónde va eso. Y un bat.
Perfect. A baseball bat. Huh. What is this doing here? Red paint. This isn't blood. It's red paint.
Es pintura. Ya decía que esto era muy raro. Pero aún más raro que tiene que ver una pintura.
Looks like the brain enclosure was smashed.
Maxwell. Oh, qué demonios.
Hello again, detective. Was there anything else?
I found the murder weapon.
Oh no. That's the bat from Mr. McKinney's movie. You don't think he could be involved, do you? I can't imagine him ever doing such a thing. Was there anything else?
That's not blood around the body. It's red paint.
Mr. Santiago would definitely have red paint. But surely he wouldn't have... Would he? This is just terrible, Detective. Was there anything else?
Tell me about the victim.
Mr. Ezra Parker was the primary owner and financier for the hotel. He had vast experience managing venture projects around the world. It was
todo un
his
empresario,
idea
¿eh?
to have our premier clients become investors in the vault section of the hotel. He worked with Vault Tech to have this built to their every specification. Was there anything else?
Your residents are robots.
Not robots, Detective. Well, not exactly, anyway. I believe the term they use is robo-brain. Back before the war, the residents decided the best way to wait it out was to put their brains inside robotic chassis. Was there anything else?
Justamente lo que yo ahorita estaba pensando, porque eran solamente robots, pero cuando vi que habían esos robots de cerebros dije, no, seguro son los residentes antes de la guerra que pues se metieron en este proyecto, y justamente ahorita Maxwell nos acaba de corroborar dicha información. Entonces vamos a proseguir con esto porque pues sí está medio interesante. Vamos a ver rivalidades pues preguerra, por así decirlo. ¿Qué?
Never mind.
I'll be here should you need me.
Protect and serve.
Art is life. Without it, we are no different than animals.
Perhaps, if all we are is a sentience floating in a suit of flesh, or metal, I suppose, then art is the only true communion with the world. Come with me.
Pero qué sujeto tan más raro.
Tell me, what does this piece say to you?
I don't know. It looks kind of like a face. That spot is the eye. The red blotch is its hair, and it's sticking its tongue out.
Indeed. This was the last piece I did in a series of portraits of Gilda. Number 1378. Her emotional landscape is superimposed on the portrait. The reality of the subject is distorted as the ego attempts to project itself. This way. Tell me, what does this one say to you?
It's the war. Bombs from every direction. No up or down. The world turned on its head.
I suppose in a way it must be. Art shapes the world, and the world shapes art in return. All art must therefore be constantly reborn through the lens of contextual and historic interpretation. We must ascend. And what about this one? And please be honest, for art without honesty is just politics.
we talk about the murder?
There will be plenty of time for that. We have more important matters to attend to. Truth be told, this is my best-selling piece. I did this series under a pseudonym, of course. This series has made more money than any of my serious works. And I did the whole thing as a lark. What does that tell you about the value of art to the common man? My fellow connoisseur of the art. Here to see my latest work.
I found red paint at the crime scene. Know anything about that?
No, actually. Ezra borrowed my last can, and now I can't find it.
Do you have any thoughts about the murder?
The person you should be looking at is Juliana Riggs. That Philistine would not know art from her own excrement. She and Ezra had a rather dramatic fight recently. You could hear her banshee screeches all the way across the hotel.
It sounds like you've done a lot of paintings of Gilda. Why her?
Our Gilda is a very singular creature, detective. Do you not see this what fear from within her? I have never met another who clings to life so tenaciously, who lives so in the moment. I must admit I was quite smitten with her for a time.
You're still in love with Gilda, aren't you?
So what if I am? What business is it of yours? She deserves someone who truly understands her ephemeral beauty, not that broke actor.
What were Juliana and Ezra arguing about?
I don't know. I was painting at the time and I was trying to block it out. Though I bet Gilda probably heard them. Maybe you should check with her.
Maybe later.
Good. I hope my paintings are able to open your mind to new possibilities.
I'm pleased we're assigned to the same team.
Hello, Detective. Did you need something?
I heard that Juliana and Ezra had an argument a few days before he was found dead. Tell me about that.
Well, I was in my lab at the time, so I didn't hear it. But Juliana has always been rather critical of Mr. Parker. I think she found something in the overseer's office. I wasn't listening when she told me about it. I kind of had my head in my research. I don't know, really. I try to let her handle all the money stuff. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
Oh, well, that's not really my field of expertise, but I'm sure there are probably some clues at the crime scene. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
Tell me about yourself.
Oh, well, I'm a scientist. You've probably met my wife, Juliana, already. I'm not sure what else to say, really. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
Tell me about your research.
Well, I was one of the leads on the team that created the first robo-brains, the precursors to our model. Most people don't find it all that interesting, and I'd rather not bore you. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
I'd like to hear more about your research.
Oh, wonderful. No one else here really wants to talk about it. Functionally, this model is more or less the same as the previous versions I worked on, but without the neural inhibitor and reconditioning. The voice modulator seems to have some minor issues interfacing with the neural matrix, which can add some moodiness. But that's easily solved with regular tune-ups. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
I'd like to hear more about your research.
I'm afraid that's really all I should say about it. I mean, it is still classified, but I wanted to help with the investigation. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
Robo-brains have a voice modulator. Tell me about that.
That's what allows us to recreate our original voices. They can mimic any normal human voice, actually. I have speculated for some time that the issues we had with our recruited subjects is due to the brain attempting to preserve a sense of self. Maintaining our original voices helps reinforce the neural network, sort of like playing music for an Alzheimer patient. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
Maybe later.
Very well. I'll just get back to my work then.
Hello, Mr. Whiskers. Who's a pretty kitty?
Juliana...
Hello, Detective.
Mr. Whiskers
Did you have a
died
question about
last
the Hicks
month.
murder?
This is Fluffy. Remember?
I heard you had a big fight with Ezra a few days ago. Care to explain?
Oh, well, it wasn't that big a deal, really. He wanted more money to pay for repairs on the hotel. I wasn't feeling well that day and lashed out a bit at the poor man. I really should have listened to him more.
What's with all the junk in here?
These are our things. We're just waiting till the war blows over so we can bring them back to the mansion.
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
If you ask me, it's one of those actors. Or that horrible painter. Their type is always the cause of violence.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm Juliana Riggs, heiress to the Riggs fortune and wife of Bert Riggs. I'm not sure what else you expected, Detective.
Maybe later.
Good luck catching
Bueno, pues
the
como
murderer,
verán, al
Detective.
COVID también les afecta a esos robots y por eso su
Silly me.
cubrebocas.
Look at the neural interface matrix.
Su cubrebocas robótico.
No, it's not that. I've just caught them. Probably something that got in when they said
Not this again. Last month you
Bueno,
were
pues al parecer esta
convinced you
familia era heredera de una fortuna. Y pues aquí sus cachivaches. Esto sí que no está muy padre. ¿Quién vive aquí? Ah, qué loco. Pues no está tan mal el bowl,
Did you need some?
Pues esto creo que es un taller. Pues este world tiene muchos misterios.
Did you need something? Forgot a personal item at home?
Sure. Let's take a look.
Let me know if you find something you like.
Seen someone with a body like that in far too long.
You're not so bad yourself.
You should have seen me before all this. Red hair that was the envy of every girl and legs for days, darling. I'm sure you'd rather hear some of my stories from the silver screen rather than talk about that nasty murder business.
I must say, you're quite the actress.
What can I say? It just comes naturally. Surely you must be here for my salacious stories of the silver screen.
Have you ever done radio? Your voice is quite enchanting.
Well, darling, play your cards right, and maybe I'll whisper some sweet nothings in your ear. Care to hear some of my stories, detective?
I must say, I've known flesh and blood girls who aren't half the woman you are.
Keep it up, Tiger, and we'll find out if you can handle how much woman I am. Surely you must be here for my salacious stories of the silver screen.
Why don't we grab a bottle of wine and go watch the sunset?
Sounds good, detective.
Okay.
That was great,
Oh, yeah.
detective. Oh, we probably shouldn't make a habit of this. Catch you later, Tiger. about my acting career or something else?
I had some questions to ask.
Sure, darling. What did you need?
Apparently, Juliana had a big argument with Ezra a few days before he died. Did you happen to overhear any of the conversation?
Oh, yes. I haven't seen a woman go off like that since Teresa Dubois fired her costume designer. But to get back to your question, it was fever pitch, Detective. She had apparently gone to the Overseer's office to check on the state of things and found it in horrible disrepair. But, and this is where it gets interesting, it sounded like she found something that really set her off. Couldn't hear what, though. Did you need something else?
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
Well, it is a bit strange how obsessed Santiago has been with the murder. I mean, he's always been a bit obsessive, though. He did a whole series of paintings of me, hundreds! Said I was his muse. It was flattering for a while, but the man is a bit much. Even for me. Did you need something else?
I found Keith's baseball bat at the scene of the murder. Any thoughts on how it got there?
I don't know, Detective. I can't really imagine Keith killing Ezra. Did you need something else?
Tell me about yourself.
My favorite subject. Simply put, darling, I'm the greatest actress in the world. When this international scuffle blows over, I shall return to the silver screen and lead the world to a new golden age of cinema. Did you need something else?
I've gotten the impression you've had an affair with Santiago.
Look, I love Keith, I do. But sometimes he just can't give me the attention I need. A girl gets lonely, Detective. It only lasted a few dozen years. The man's a bit much, even for me. Did you need something else?
What were you and Keith talking about when I came in?
Oh, that? We were rehearsing. Gotta stay sharp before going to rebuild Hollywood. But Keith always gets flustered when he's upset. Did you need something else?
Maybe later.
I'll be around, languishing from your inattention.
Hello, Detective. How can I help? Did you have questions about the case?
I found your baseball bat at the crime scene. Care to explain how it got there?
Someone is clearly trying to frame me for the murder. It's probably Santiago. You saw him skulking around the crime scene.
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
It's obviously Santiago. He keeps going back to look at the crime scene.
What were you and Gilda talking about when I walked in?
Oh, we were just rehearsing a scene. Nothing to worry about.
Maybe later.
Okay. Just let me know how I can help.
Hello again, Detective. Was there anything else?
could start a fight.
Vale, pues tal parece que el supervisor lleva un tiempo muerto. Bueno, pues como sabemos, Voltec tiene sus investigaciones sociales, entonces pues en cada uno experimentan de cierta manera. En este caso pusieron a gente trabajadora, digamos, prole y supermillonaria en condiciones de confinamiento, en colaboración con el hotel de lujo Cliff S Hotel.
Progress on construction. Sounds like Ezra was embezzling from his investors.
Pues vamos con Juliana.
Protect and serve.
Bueno, pues al parecer... Ah, no, está bien.
Hello, Detective.
Ah, aquí está.
Did you have a question about the heinous murder?
I found some evidence that Ezra was embezzling from you and the other investors.
Oh, well, I really don't believe that. Mr. Parker wouldn't do such a thing, I'm sure.
Never mind.
Good luck catching the murderer, Detective.
My fellow connoisseur of the art, here to see my latest work.
I think you should explain why you keep returning to the crime scene.
It's for inspiration, Detective. The others do not like to think about it, but even we shall die someday. Like Prometheus' torch, it kindles within me the fire to create